Hey everybody, how are you today? Hope you're doing well. So, do me a favor before we get started. I need you to hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you won't miss an episode. Also, check me out on IG, elevation underscore mentor. How are you? So, we're going to talk about real estate, Section 8 in particular. Why is Section 8 great? So, is anyone watching me, are you a real estate investor by chance? And if so, what niche did you select? Feel free to leave that in the comments. So, as far as Section 8 goes, it has amazing cash on cash return. Even in this economic situation where we're in, where the prices of real estate is too high, like some consider it to be unaffordable. And at the same time, the cost of capital is high, meaning that it's more expensive to borrow money. So you got these two things going on. Real estate is too high. The cost of capital is high. We also have our interest rates around 7%, where they used to be 3% a couple years back. So in spite of all of this, in spite of all of this that's going on with the economy, the inflation, the affordability crisis, Section 8 still offers amazing cash on cash return. So there is no break even. It's profit. So if you've heard by chance, maybe you've heard other people say, well, as long as I'm breaking even, I'm fine because I still have my appreciation. Well, with Section 8, there is no break even. You're making profit and you're making amazing cash on cash return. So what's the point of owning property if you don't have profit? Right? So majority of people would like to see profit, right? Also, there is no vacancy when it comes to Section 8. Whereas in other niches, you're going to have vacancy from time to time. Um, Remember when COVID was here and people had stopped traveling? So some people were affected by that, particularly people that own Airbnbs. If there are any Airbnb investors on here, feel free to chime in. How are you doing during COVID season? So when it comes to Section 8, during COVID season, investors were still getting their monthly rent. So you remember the moratorium where people didn't have to pay their landlords? Remember that moratorium? Well, people who own Section 8 were getting paid every month through that moratorium, getting paid every month through that pandemic. And so that's how Section 8 works. It's guaranteed rent no matter what's going on. So this niche is good for people who are interested in guaranteed rent. It's good for people who are maybe a little bit financially insecure, I would say, um, because it's low risk. It's low risk. Whereas Airbnb, for example, some months it's going to be high demand. Some months you're going to have vacancies. So it's like a fluctuation. Fluctuation. Now, mind you, Airbnb may pay a lot more. but it depends on how financially secure you are. Are you looking for something that is guaranteed? They're going to pay you in and out no matter what's going on, month to month to month to month. Or are you looking for something else where you're going to make high amount of money and then it dries up for a few months, depending on the circumstances? So it really depends on you, what you're looking for, and what phase you are in life. Everyone is in different phases. But Section 8 is good if you're looking for something that's low risk right now. Also, it's important to diversify. Diversification is important. And even trying out different niches to see which one do you like. So figuring that out yourself by actually doing it. Which one do you like? So diversification is important. First, picking a niche is important, but also trying out other niches to see what you like. Then diversifying is important. When it comes to real estate, you need a business to go with it. So having other streams of income. You have your passive income and you have active income. So other businesses, other side hustles to go along with this real estate. And then just trying out the businesses to see which one is going to work for you, which one is going to give you profit, and which one do you like. So I would say about 4 streams, active and passive, not depending on one thing. So you're not just depending on real estate. You got something else going on too. You got something else up your sleeve. And so we learned with the pandemic that depending on a job is not enough, right? Remember all the people that got laid off, all the people that got fired. So having something else going on besides a job is important. So some people were in this game way before then, but I say it's better late than never. And then some people will never find out about this game. So building businesses, why is building businesses important? Well, when you figure out a business that works for you, that business is actually going to make more money than the real estate. The real estate is a sure way to become wealthy, but it's also a slower way than business. That's why the combination of the two is important. So you got your sure way, and then you got your quicker way if you're looking for this cash flow now. You have your real estate and your business. So why is this important? Why is this important to build? Why is it important to figure it out? Well, there's a multitude of reasons, but I would say just working a job and depending on a job, you can get fired at any time. Doesn't matter how old you are. You could be 60 and they're still firing you. 62, you're still fired. 63. So there's no, um, I would say there's no level of respect when it comes to the workforce. That's why, depending on a job only, that's a no-no, right? Still getting fired, still getting laid off. Um, okay, you're 40, 45, 50, 55, right? It's still happening. So it happened once before and could happen again. So next time you're going to be ready. And how are you going to get ready? You're going to build now. You're building now. Also, with the job, the jeopardy of that, not only getting laid off, getting fired at any time, racism is still on the job, as I'm sure you're well aware. So, getting promoted over, say you've been in the company 10 years, somebody comes in there, they've been there 1 year, less experience, less qualified, less education, and now they're over you. So, that's still happening. Racism at the job. And so now what are you doing? Now you're leaving the job on a lawsuit, right? Discrimination lawsuit. And that's going to happen what? You're 50. Now you're 65 and it's still happening. 67 and it's still happening. So there's no respect when it comes to the workforce. So knowing that it doesn't matter how old you are, that it's still going to be happening. Um, Still not respected, still not appreciated. You know how important it is to develop a plan for yourself. And what is that plan? Real estate portfolio and a business. And not even just a business, but thinking about 4 ways. What are 4 ways that you can bring in money that has nothing to do with a job? And the thing about it is, the people that's already figured this out, they're not going to share anything with you. There are people right next to you, millionaire status, multimillionaire status. Do you think they're going to share anything with you? Not one thing. Not one thing. So, figuring it out, the fact that you're here, that you're watching, that is great. And the fact that you know that this path exists, that is great, because there are a lot of people out here who are unaware. They're unaware that there is more to it than going to a job. There's more to life than going to a job. So figuring it out, praying to God, God is going to help you. There's a person right next to you who already figured it out. And your help is coming from here. All right, so buying assets, name of the game. And what are assets? Assets are things that put money into your pocket. Prime example of assets, real estate, business, and stocks. Don't forget about stocks. All right. So thank you for watching, everyone. That is all I am going to say. If you are interested in buying property, check out the link below. Join the wait list for the real estate group where you will be with a community of like-minded people doing the same thing that you're doing. Also, men, check out the pin link below. And this is for the men especially. All right. Thank you for watching, everyone. Feel free to leave your comments. And on your way out, hit that like button. I'll see you next time.